Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Shivlela from Upper Public School. As I said in the before previous clippings, we have completed exercise 1.1 and we are going to start exercise 1.2. Here in this exercise we have totally 12 problems. Out of that 12 problems, we are going to solve first 6 problems. Okay, all these are word problems and these are based on operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, so these are you have to just read the question and understand what to do. Okay, here you have to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Along with that, comparison is also there. Okay, so shall we start the exercise 1.2? Yes, come on. See, first read the question. I'll read it. A book exhibition was held for 4 days in a school. The number of tickets sold at the counter on the first, second, third, and final day was respectively 1094, 1812, 2050, and 2751. Find the total number of tickets sold on all the 4 days. This is the question. See, they have given the number of tickets sold in on all 4 days. Okay, there was an exhibition. Exhibition means there will be a counter. Without a ticket, you can't enter the exhibition center, right? So for 4 days it was, and in all 4 days, few number of tickets has been sold. You have to find the total number of tickets. So what to do here? You sum. That means you have to add all 4 numbers. Okay, shall we go for the solution? Number of tickets, number of tickets sold on. This sentence is common for all these 4 lines what I'll write now. On first day, how many? 1094. And on the second day, second day 1812. Third day 2050, and on the final day, fourth day, is 2751. Then the total number of tickets. Total number of tickets. What to do here? We have to find the sum. 4 to 6, 6 plus 1, 7. 9 1 10, 10 plus 10, 20. 2 carries. 8 to 10, 10 plus 7, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total 7,707 tickets has been sold on all 4 days. So therefore, total 7,707 tickets has been sold on all 4 days. 4 days. Oh, say they have given the question, they have given the problem. You have to read the problem, you have to understand the problem, and then you should go for the operation. Which operation has to be done? Okay. See, in the question, they have given the number of tickets sold on 4 days, and they have asked the total number of tickets. How many? Total means sum, right? Yes. Now, shall we go for the next one? The next question is, they have given a famous cricket player. They have given a name. The name is Shekhar. Shekhar is a famous cricket player and he has scored 6,980 runs for these many days in a test matches, and he wishes to complete 10,000 runs. So how many more runs does he need? That is the problem. I'll write it on the board. Shekhar is a famous cricket player. Is a famous cricket player. He has so far scored. He has so far scored 6,980 runs in test matches. In test matches. He wishes to complete. He wishes to complete 10,000 runs. 10,000 runs. How many more runs? How many more runs does he need? Does he need? This is the question. This is the problem. See, read it once again. What's the problem? Shekhar is a famous cricket player. He has scored 6,980 runs so far in the test matches. He wishes to complete 10,000 runs in that. He wishes to complete this much runs and he has scored only these many runs. Then how many runs does he need to complete, to fulfill his wish? So what to do here now? Here we have to find the difference. That means we have to subtract these runs from this runs. Come on. Runs he has scored so far is 6,980 runs. Then runs he wishes to complete is 10,000 runs. So runs he need, or number of runs also you can write. The statement you can make your own statements, no problem. Okay, runs he needed is 10,000 minus 6,980. Subtract 10,000, 6,980. So how much? 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 8, we can't. So borrow. Here also 0 from here, right? So 1 will become 0, 10. 10 will become 9, 10. 10 will become 9, 10. 10 minus 8, 2. 9 minus 9, 0. 9 minus 6 is 3. So, therefore, he needs 3,020 runs. Therefore, he needs 3,020 runs to fulfill his wishes. To fulfill his wishes. Over. Very easy, right? See, they have given the number of runs he has scored so far, and they have given his wish, how many runs he wants to score. Then, what to do? He wants to score these many runs. These many runs already he has scored. Then you have to subtract both to get how many runs? does he need to complete it? Okay, now we'll go for the next one. In the next problem, they have given in an election, a successful candidate registered and his rival secured few number of votes. They asked the margin for winning the election. Margin is nothing but how many more runs does the successful candidate has secured. That we have to find. They have given the number of votes secured by both. Rival is nothing but opposite candidate, opponent. Okay? Yes. In an election, the successful candidate registered the successful candidate registered 5,77,500 votes and his nearest rival secured and his nearest rival secured 3,48,700 votes. And by what margin did the successful candidate, by what margin did the successful candidate win the election? Win the election. This is the asked problem. Now, read the problem once again. For story problem, keep it in mind. You have to read it clearly. Okay? Now, see. In an election, the successful candidate registered 5,77,500 votes and his nearest rival, means his opponent, has secured 3,48,700 votes. By what margin did the successful candidate win the election? That means how many more votes does the successful candidate secure? That you have to find out. What to do to find the margin? That means to find the more votes the successful candidate has secured. To find that, we have to subtract the number of votes secured by both the candidates, right? Yes. Number of votes secured by. This sentence is common for both what I'll write now. Secured by successful candidate. How much? 5,77,500. Then his nearest rival. The number of votes secured by his nearest rival is 348,700. Then the margin, to find the margin, you have to find the difference between these two. Find out the difference. The difference I'll do on this side. To can continue here only. Okay, but I'll do here 5,77,500, 3,48,700. Subtract 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0, 5 minus 7. Can we? So, borrow. 15 minus 7 is 8. 6 minus 8, again borrow. 16 minus 8 is 8. 6 minus 4 is 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. So, therefore, the successful candidate won the election by 2,28,800 more votes. Oh, see, they have given the number of votes secured by both the candidates, successful candidate and his nearest rival, means opposite candidate. You have to say how many more votes did the successful candidate secure. That means the margin for the winning. So to find the margin, you have to subtract both the number of votes. When you subtract it, you have got the number of votes number of votes secured by successful candidate to win the election. Understood? Shall we go for the next one? Yes. Next, fourth problem. In the fourth problem, they have given in that bookstall, they have given a bookstall, Kirti bookstore. In that bookstore, they have given the sale for 2 weeks of June month. And the first week of the June month and in the second week of the June month, they have given the sale and they ask what is the total sale for 2 weeks together and in which week the sale was greater and by how much. This much they have asked. I'll write the question on the board once again. Open. Kirti bookstore sold books worth rupees 2,85,891 in the first week of June and books worth rupees 4,768 in the second week of the month. In the second week of the month. How much was the sale? How much was the sale for the 2 weeks together? For the 2 weeks together. In which week? In which was the sale greater? Was the sale greater, and by how much? And by how much? This is the asked problem. What they have asked? They have given in a bookstore for 2 weeks, this much of amount books has been sold. What is the total sale for 2 weeks together? What to do to find 2 weeks together? Together means total sale, right? Then they asked in which week was the sale greater. To say greater, we have to compare these two. When we compare, in which week it is greater? Obviously in the second week, right? In the second week, the sale was great. Then by how much? To find by how much, we have to subtract both, isn't it? See, there was a sale for 2 weeks. I think it won't be same for both the weeks, right? In 1 week, the sale might be more or less. In another week, same. First week it is of rupees 2,85,891. In the another week it was rupees 4,768. Then together, that means you have to add. And in the second week of the June, the sale was greater. Then by how much you have to subtract both to say by how much, how much sale was greater than the first week. See, we'll go for the solution. Amount of book sold on. This is the same for both these sentences. On first week of June. On first week of June is rupees 2,85,891, and in the second week of the month means the same June month is 4 lakh. In the second week of the month is rupees 4,768. See, if you have written the numbers in a vertical order, and if the place values comes in a correct order, it will be very easy to add, or else you will get confused which number to add for which. Okay, so you should maintain that line. Okay, you should write the numbers in the same order. Now, together means total is 9 plus 6 is 15, 8 plus 8 is 16, 6, 8, 6. So, for 2 weeks together, therefore, rupees 6,86,659 was the sale for 2 weeks together. For together. 2 weeks together. This is not the end of the solution. Still, they have asked, in which week was the sale greater? To say that, we have to compare both the numbers. So, 2 lakh rupees 2,85,891 and rupees 4,768 Which is greater here? Obviously, this is greater, right? So in the second week of the month, the sale was greater. By how much? To find by, we have to find the difference. Difference of these two. Difference is nothing but subtraction. So we have to subtract both. 768, greater number first, 2,85,891. Subtract, how much will you get? So 8 minus 1 is 7. 6 minus 9. Can we? No. 6, 16. 16 minus 9 is again 7. 8, we can't borrow. 3, 10, 9, 10, 9, 16. 16 minus 8 is 8. 9 minus 5 is 4. 9 minus 8 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. So, therefore, in the second month of the, in the second week of the month, in the second week of the month, the sale was greater. The sale was greater by how much? By rupees 1,14,877. Oh, see how many operations we have done? Addition, subtraction. This is comparison, right? Understood? See, in a bookstore, the amount of books sold has been given. I have asked the sale for 2 weeks together. To find 2 weeks together, we have to add the amount which has been sold on those 2 weeks, and to say in which week was the sale greater, we have to compare, right? Then after comparison, to say by how much, we have to find the difference of both, right? So this is the solution. Understood? Yes. Now let us go for the next question. Next problem is, they have given 5 digits. Okay? Using those 5 digits, we have to we have to write the greatest 5-digit number and the smallest 5-digit number using those given digits only once. And then we have to find the difference between those two numbers. Okay? If they don't give any digits, then what is the greatest 5-digit number and the smallest 5-digit number? The greatest 5-digit number is 99,999. The smallest 5-digit number is 10,000, right? But here number of digits has been given. See. Find the difference between, find the difference between the greatest and the least 5-digit number, the greatest and the least 5-digit number that can be written using the digits 6 2 7 4 3. Each only once. Each only once. See, digits has been given. 5 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 digits is given. You have to find the difference between greatest and the least 5-digit number that has to be written using these 5 digits number. Using to write greatest and smallest. To find the greatest 5-digit number using these, you have to arrange these numbers, these digits in descending order. Greatest number first, and then smaller, smaller, smaller. Then to find the least 5-digit number, you have to reverse it. Means you have to write it in ascending order. Okay? Come on. Given digits are 6, 2, 7, 4, 3. Now, greatest number using those digits. Greatest number is descending order. Highest, smaller, smaller, smaller. Then, smallest number using these digits. Smallest number is in reverse, ascending order. Smaller, greater, 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 and greatest. Okay? Now find the difference. Difference is you have to subtract these two. Subtraction. 2 minus 7. Can we? No. So this will become 2, 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. Then again 3, 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. Right? Then 3 minus 4, again 5. 13. 13 minus 4 is 9. 5 minus 3 is 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. So therefore, what is the difference? The difference is 52,965. This is the difference. Oh, smallest one, right? Yes. Shall we go for the next one? Yes. The next question, next problem is a machine manufactures on an average 2,825 screws per day. In one day, it manufactures 2,825. Then, how many screws does it manufactures in the month of January 2006? That is the asked problem. I'll write the question on the board. A machine on an average manufactures 2,825 screws a day. How many screws did it produce in the month of January 2006? In the month of January 2006. This is the asked problem. See, a machine manufactures 2,825 screws per day. Then They have asked how many screws does it manufacture in this month, this year. Does the number of days of the month depend on the year? No. It is independent on the year. Okay. It doesn't depend on the year. So don't get confused. Don't get confused by seeing that year. Just to see the January month. How many days will be there in the January month? 31 days, right? One day, 2825 screws. Then for 31 days, how many screws? What to do? We have to multiply, isn't it? Yes. Come on. Number of screws. Number of screws manufactured in a day is 2025, and then number of days in the month of January, is 31. Then the total number of screws manufactured by the machine is 2825 into 31. Multiply those two. 2825 into 31. You can use directly 31 table, or you can go with the 1's table first, then 3 table. Okay, as you wish, as your convenient. So 1 5 is a 5, 1 2 is a 2, 1 8 is a 8, 1 2 is a 2. Then 3 5s are 15, 1 carry, 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 1, 7, 3 8s are 12, 3 2s are 6 plus 2, 8, 5, 7, 15, 7, 8. So therefore sentence I'll write here. So therefore, you have to continue here itself. Okay, I'll write here. Therefore, the machine manufactures 87,575 screws in January 2006. Got it? See, the number of screws manufactured in one day is given, and the month name is given. We know the number of days according to the month wise, right? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, right? Every years, the number of days in a month of February will changes. We know that, right? So when they give the month name, we can get the number of days. In one day, it can manufacture these many screws. Then in these many days, how many screws? That means we have to find the product. To find the product, afterwards we'll get the answer. Okay, so this is enough for today's class. In next session, we'll continue the remaining 6 problems. Still 6 problems are remaining. Those 6 problems will continue in the next clippings. Afterwards, there is one more exercise, that is exercise 1.3. In that exercise, estimation, you have already studied. I have explained it in the first part. You have to use it in the exercise 1.3. The general rule for addition, subtraction, and multiplication has to be found, and rough estimation and closer estimation is there. Okay, we'll go for it in the next clippings. In the next clipping, remaining 6 problems. Afterwards, exercise 1.3. Then the first chapter will be completed. Okay, this much is enough for today. Complete it. Okay, read the problems, write the solutions. Okay, I mean, to find the solution, you have to read the problem very well. Okay, I practice well to find the easiness of maths. Okay, and then hope all of you have understood and enjoyed the class. Let's meet in the next session with the remaining 6 problems. Until then, wait, complete these. Okay, bye bye. Thank you.